So this Alec Baldwin situation is pretty wild, and it seems like it might even work in favor of Alec Baldwin, at least, you know, as much as it can work in favor of somebody who was indicted for involuntary manslaughter. About a month ago, we saw this come out. Alec Baldwin was indicted for involuntary manslaughter and shooting death of cinematographer, the cinematographer on the Rust production. It was a really sad situation where Alec Baldwin ended up shooting. Allegedly it was accidental. I don't know if it was or not. We got to wait for the whole investigation to come out, but it seems like they're leaning more towards like it was accidental, because it says involuntary manslaughter and shooting death of cinematographer. So it seems like the court is ruling that it's more involuntary than it was voluntary, but a lot of people were saying, it was the opposite way. A lot of insiders are saying it wasn't involuntary. Who knows? I'm not one to say. I wasn't there. I'm not a judge. I don't have all the information. But here, as I said, this Alec Baldwin case is getting pretty wild, and it could be working in Alec Baldwin's favor. It seems like it is so far. Alec Baldwin firearm enhancement and manslaughter charge downgraded. This is huge for Alec Baldwin because it could lower his prison time quite a bit. A really good chunk. And let me zoom in a little bit so you can actually read this as well. The move reduces possible prison time for the actor, as the charges carry a mandatory 5-year prison sentence. So that was his original charge, carries a mandatory 5-year prison sentence, which this guy, he's getting up there in age. He's got to be like 60, 65 up there in age. So, 5 years is a lot of time, man. That's a lot of time to go to jail. And I'm sure like he would have had some, community service or maybe like house arrest afterwards, or who knows, man. But prosecutors in New Mexico have dropped firearm enhancement charges against Alec Baldwin following the fatal shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the new movie Rust. Mr. Baldwin, who faces 2 involuntary manslaughter charges, still faces up to 18 months in prison. Only 18 months, as opposed to 5 years previously. So dropping this gun charge was huge for Alec Baldwin, and it kind of saves his life. It saves a good bit of his life, man. So I don't know if this is true, like if this is not, a case of Hollywood corruption, because we've seen this a million times, man. Like OJ Simpson is out there, he's just chilling. Like we've seen there be corruption in the court system before, with famous people, with rich people, and with people in Hollywood. Ezra Miller is just free, he's just chilling as well, and we've seen him on camera assault people. So I hope that this isn't a case of corruption. I hope that he really is just, he deserves 18 months in prison. I hope that, it's truly just proven in the court that he only deserves up to 18 months in prison. It says up to, by the way. He doesn't have to serve a mandatory 18 months. He could just get 6 months. Who knows? Who knows what the minimum is for this? But Rust director Joel Souza was also shot and wounded. Heather Brewer, Santa Fe County District Attorney spokesperson, said the prosecution dropped the firearm enhancement charge to avoid further litigious, I don't know how to say that word, litigious, who cares, distractions by Mr. Baldwin and his attorneys. The prosecution's priority is securing justice, not securing billable hours for big city attorneys. According to CBS News, the BBC's U.S. partner prosecutors also dropped the firearm enhancement charge for Hannah Gutierrez Reed, the film's armorer who was responsible for weapons on set. Apparently, that was the person who was really in trouble here, because they were supposed to, I don't know why is there a live round even on a movie set? That's wild to me, but it's kind of like beat to death at this point. Everybody's saying the same thing, man. Everybody's wondering the same thing. Why the hell was there a live round on a movie set? Yeah, he says right here, lawyers for Mr. Baldwin, who's 64. So yeah, dude, 5 years, he'd be almost 70, or possibly by the time he goes in, he probably could be 70 whenever he comes out, if, this would have never gotten, this charge would have never gotten dropped. So that's a good chunk of your life gone, dude. And Ms. Gutierrez Reed had been arguing against the firearm enhancement charge, saying prosecutors were applying a version of the law passed after October 21 shooting incident. Ms. Hutchins, 42, died in hospital after she was shot in the chest by a prop gun fired by Mr. Baldwin. Dude, it's so sad, bro. Like I said, a lot of people, after we've gone through what we've gone through in the last few years, man, whenever situations like this happen, you kind of always expect foul play. But you got to trust the court system at a certain point. It's like, if you can't trust the U.S. court system, then who can you really trust? So you got to just trust their ruling. I guess it's good for Alec Baldwin. Hopefully, hopefully it's the right decision. Like I said, hopefully there's no corruption involved. I guess it's good for Alec Baldwin, and the other person who also got their sentence lowered. We'll see what happens. Hopefully more information comes out to where everything is public. But right now, it seems like Alec Baldwin got his sentence lowered from a mandatory 5 years in prison to up to 18 months. So like I said, man, that could be 2 months and, parole. Who knows what it could be? Let me know in the comments if that's public information. I don't know. It could be a really low sentence. It could, this could save Alec Baldwin's life, really, a good chunk of it. Because we said, He's 64. He'd be coming out when he's like 70, maybe 71, depending on when he goes in. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about Alec Baldwin getting his sentence lowered. It's good for him, I guess. You know, like I said, I hope it's not a case of corruption, dude, because I feel like somebody needs to be punished for this, if I'm being real. I know that it was apparently accidental, but I feel like somebody needs to be punished for this, dude. Lives were lost. You know, a life was lost. It's insane. Why was there a live round on the set? That needs to be investigated further. It needs to be there's something nefarious had to happen at some point, or extreme negligence. So either somebody needs to never step foot on a movie set again, or somebody needs to be in jail for a while, because it's either extreme negligence, extreme stupidity, or it's foul play. It's nefarious. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Alec Baldwin getting his sentence lowered, and also the Armorer getting their sentence lowered as well. Let me know in the comments what you think about the entire situation. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you in the next one.